Hey everybody, welcome to the Summer Academy for Sociology. This module is going to focus on social problems, which is one of the biggest courses in the discipline and therefore has a lot of potential. You've already had some great success with the new edition of Trevino, Investigating Social Problems, this spring. Now we have another new edition, so you have even more reason to continue calling on social problems this fall. Social problems is the second largest course area in sociology behind intro. There are often large sections, and if your account has a committee decision for the intro, there's a good chance their social problems course will be a committee decision as well. There's also a ton of upside here. A large portion of the market share is held by Pearson. Their titles are all revising with Revel only, meaning instructors are going to be forced into using the technology with no print book. As we've seen in Intro Soc, this is not sitting well with faculty, so make sure you're calling on all of your social problems opportunities. Our newest option for social problems is the revision of Ana Leon Guerrero's Social Problems, Community, Policy, and Social Action. As the subtitle suggests, this title focuses on social action, encouraging change at all levels and inspiring students to be a part of it. Some of the hallmark features of Leon Guerrero include its coverage of theory. It presents 4 theoretical perspectives for each social problem: functionalist, conflict, interactionist, and feminist. It also includes 5 chapters at the beginning of the book that focus on the basics of social inequality. Exploring social problems uses data to take a closer look at social problems and their consequences across the globe. One of the most unique aspects of Leon Guerrero, though, and what is most appealing to so many instructors who teach social problems, is how it addresses social issues. Some books focus only on big policy or government initiatives. Leon Guerrero emphasizes the importance and effectiveness of community involvement to achieve real solutions. It looks at ways that social problems are being addressed from varying perspectives, including government and policy, private and nonprofit sectors, social movements, as well as individual agency. In January, we talked to you about Trevino, Investigating Social Problems. You all had great success selling this title in the spring. So let's compare these two titles so that you know how to differentiate and sell them both this fall. In Trevino, Investigating Social Problems, each chapter is authored by an expert in that field. There are 3 themes to the book, and the feature boxes tell that story. Beyond Our Borders highlights the global scope of social problems. Researching boxes show how researchers take an evidence-based approach to studying these social problems. Experiencing is about the intersectionality approach, how race, class, gender, etc. impact social problems. To better understand these 2 different books and where they might appeal to different instructors, let's take a look at how each of them stack up in 4 different areas: their table of contents, theory coverage, the role of status or identity, and how problems get solved. Leon Guerrero has a unique social actions, social movements chapter. Trevino has a chapter on science and technology and its contributions to social issues. Both titles cover the 3 traditional theories most often covered in sociology courses: the functionalist, conflict, and interactionist perspectives. Leon Guerrero also looks at each social issue from the feminist perspective. Trevino, on the other hand, looks at different specialized theories for each social issue that encourages a deeper look or deeper understanding of the issue. In terms of the role of status or identity in social problems, Leon Guerrero has an extra focus on gender. Trevino focuses more on the intersection of race, class, gender, and sexuality as they relate together to social problems. In looking at solving social issues or problems, Leon Guerrero takes a top-down and a bottom-up approach, focusing on policymakers, social activists, change agents, and movements. Trevino looks more from a top-down perspective, focusing on social researchers and policymakers. Thinking about what you know about these 2 titles and how they differ, what are some discovery questions that you could ask to determine which title might be a better fit for your instructors? Some examples include: which theories are important for you to cover? How do you cover social change or social action? How do you spend time covering the inequalities that contribute to social issues? Let's take a brief look at the key competitors in the social problems market. Mooney Knox from Cengage is a top seller in social problems. It covers social issues from a micro to macro approach, looking first at the US and then moving towards a global context. It only covers the 3 traditional paradigms, but does have a little bit more coverage of unemployment and immigration than other texts do. Ask your Mooney users if they cover any additional theories or how they like to focus on the solving of social issues. Kendall's Social Problems in a Diverse Society from Pearson just published in its 7th edition and is in Revel only. This means instructors cannot get a print book. Definitely visit users of this title and ask them about presenting social action to their students, or about a lack of bottom-up approaches to social issues. Pearson also just released in Revel a Manza title for social problems. Like the intro book, it's authored by various NYU Soc faculty members and focuses on big questions. Fans of Manza will probably be intrigued by this, but it's similar in many ways to our Trevino book. Mishona's Social Problems is another big seller in this space, and while it revised a while ago, many users have resisted rolling because of the force to Revel, and may be open to looking. Mishonas looks at social problems more through a political lens than a traditional inequality lens. It's heavy on boxed features, so material on policy, global, social action, etc. is sometimes seen as an add-on. Ask instructors how they like the approach of the book or how they'd like to discuss the basis of social problems. Another key seller from Pearson that you should be on the lookout for is Henslin. Like Mishonas, this published last semester, but since it is Revel only, instructors may have resisted rolling. Like his intro Soc book, Henslin's Social Problems is very micro-focused. It covers 4 theories per issue and has a consistent structure within each chapter. Henslin has a whole chapter on problems related to sexual behavior and deviance. That's unusual and will strike many as old-fashioned or conservative. It's time to make this course area a big problem for your competitors. You have 2 great titles for this course, and the competition is vulnerable, especially with digital-only offerings, as we know this strategy is not sitting well for sociology instructors. Get in there and make some change. We'll see you in Boston.